insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
One thing I think about all the time is how the next epidemic is going to be sports gambling, specifically like online sports gambling. Like, you're not going to a bookie anymore. Well, maybe my grandpa is. And truly, like, you cannot watch a single sports game or just TV show for that matter without a freaking DraftKings commercial, or you can't order food Uber Eats without, oh, here's a free bet. It's nuts. It's everywhere. And I'm so far behind. I didn't even know, like, they have segments on like ESPN or SportsCenter talking about the over under, what the people would bet. I'm so out of the loop on that, but I think that's nuts. And there's like podcasts about what team you should take or what bet you should make or the parlays that'll hit, and it's just crazy to me that it's just so normalized now. Like, I get there's a time and a place for it and it's fun and everything, but truly the addiction of gambling is so high and easy to get. And also, if you lose, your brain produces like more serotonin because it's like the thrill and the rush. So if you're down bad, like gambling, you're always gonna try to keep making those bets to break even again, and then you'll stop. But you'll never stop because it's like the addiction. It keeps you like latched. 20% of adult males have either been in or are currently in debt from gambling, which is so believable to me. Everyone I know talks about it. Everyone at work, my fiance and his friends, it's everywhere. Speaking of, and they're all winners, right? I mean, everyone talks about them winning and hitting it big.
Yeah, I really need Roddy to score 2 points tonight.
Oh my God. And nearly 60% of 18 to 22-year-olds have bet on sports before. That is a huge number. I think this is the epidemic we're gonna have to be worried about. Just like kind of growing up, it was the porn epidemic for men to go online and get addicted to that. It's just always something, and it's just so normalized now. It's wild. Like, people are losing their jobs and like their families and their houses because they're in such bad debt. And half the time, I don't even think the wives or girlfriends know. That being said, I know women gamble sometimes too. It's not just all men, but statistically speaking, it is men, and it is young men. And I think in about 5 years, we're gonna have documentaries. Addiction just runs in my family, so I'm kind of sensitive to this, but I just think it's wild. I don't know. In Missouri, we're about to vote on to legalize sports gambling, and I just think that just makes everything worse because you cannot get away from it. If you go to a casino, you can leave. This is always on your phone. Like, you can be at work and you just gamble all day. I don't know. It's just very scary to me.
Okay, this is like slightly embarrassing, but we're gonna talk about it anyways because I need to hold myself accountable. I've been using nicotine since I was about 15, maybe 16.
I'm literally 23 now.
And it's time to stop. Like, it's time to stop. It's expensive and it does nothing for me except for cause anxiety and break my bank, basically. So I just went and bought nicotine patches. And today is the first day that I will not have my vape. And I'm scared, but I'm happy because this shit needs to stop. I've already been looking for it a million times. This is gonna get annoying, but trying to stay hydrated. Anyways, posting this to hold myself accountable. Update you soon. Bye bye.
So Sprint has been robbing me. I've been paying almost $400 for a family plan for 4 members of my family. Me, my son, my daughter, my husband. And I went to Verizon today and they're going to charge me $211. Sprint has been charging me as if I have individual accounts instead of a family plan. So check your bill. Not Sprint. Now it's T-Mobile. Check your bill because Sprint might be robbing y'all too. T-Mobile or whatever the hell they are. Be easy. Don't let these people rob y'all.
So I lost my job back at the end of October. Was super sad, whatever. But I was out to drinks with a friend last week and she asked a perfectly valid question. She's like, what are you doing with your time all day? And I was like, that's a good question. I mean, I have 2 kids. One just turned 6, one just turned 4. The 6-year-old's in school all day, so she gets home on the bus at 3 o'clock. And then the youngest one is in daycare till 5:30 every day. And my husband works full time. He's mostly home, but sometimes he's, down in Boston. So what do I do all day? And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start recording. I'm going to tell TikTok what someone who is unemployed and is looking for work does all day. So I would say, like, for the first month, like for all of November, I was applying to jobs. I was determined. I was going to go get a full-time job. I do communications. So I was doing nonprofit communications and like doing a lot of like social impact comms. And I was like, I'll just go like do a PR job or something at in-house, like at a small company or a startup. I wanted to make a change out of nonprofits into the private sector. Seems like a great idea, but it's kind of a terrible time to be searching for a job. Like, one, economy-wise, I don't feel like a lot of people are hiring, especially after the election. And two, it's the end of the year. Like, people have already set their budgets. No one's hiring before Christmas. Makes total sense. Anyway, so I was job searching. I was like, I feel like I'm striking out. This is exhausting. I'd love some paying work. So I decided, like a week or two ago, to start doing some communications consulting. So I'm like, okay, Allie, you are going to help some people. Like, so if you're launching something new, you have a report you want to put out, you have a campaign you want to run, you're trying to get a bill passed, you really care about a specific issue and you want it to get a lot of attention in the press or among like your core audience, I'm your girl. You call me, I help you, I put a plan together and I'll make it happen. Whether that's, writing a nice LinkedIn post or, making a TikTok. I want to help. And everyone keeps asking me, like, who are you going to for this? That has been where I'm spending my day. So I've been talking to anyone and everyone. Lots and lots of friends at communications and PR and digital agencies, political consulting firms, small businesses or people who are launching kind of startups, especially in the parenting or motherhood space. I've been talking to them. Talking to a small organization that does anti-polarization work, seeing if I can help them with their communications, helping them release a bunch of research in the new year. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, what do I do all day? I will tell you. So I'm going to come on here. I'm going to give you guys a little rundown every day of my to-dos. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm so excited. Okay, bye.
When you go through a divorce, there are so many things that you lose, okay? And some other things that you gain, okay? So I lost my health insurance. I lost 80% of the income. I lost life insurance. I lost my title as a wife. I lost my gym membership. Yeah. So I lost many good friends because they didn't know how to handle the situation of being now friends with a divorcee. Yeah. Or they didn't know how to choose who to pick, because normally when you're married, you have friends in common. And yeah, some will choose to be with him and others choose to be with you and others choose to not be at all. So yeah, I lost also my church because I have to go to a different church. So my church community. Yeah, there are so many losses involved in a marriage that I can go on and on and on and on. I lost the handyman because he was a good handyman. He will fix things in the house. Oh yeah. He used to do good things too. You know what I'm saying? He will put gas in my car. He will go wash my car. Those things that the husband do, they do. But guess what I found? Guess what I gained? I gained my children and I gained my freedom, my peace, joy, good mental health. I regained my identity. I am walking in the purpose of God for my life. I am independent. I am opening my own business. I am learning. I am free. I am free to be me. And I am free to speak. And I am free to pray whenever I want. And I am free to go to church whenever I want without being fight on. I am free. And no one can take that away from me. No one can take that away from me anymore. Yeah. I never thought I would cry on TikTok. But is good and God is faithful. God is so good. I will worship him and praise him no matter what, because he is good. He has been with me all the way.
If you're planning a wedding, why the hell is everything so expensive? It's all so expensive. Like, I had a meeting with a florist today, right? A florist. Flowers. All I wanted was to talk about flowers, right? Why is like the most basic set of flowers costing me $4,000? Guys, at this point, why do brides need a bouquet? Why do brides need a bouquet? Tell me why the one that we like drafted up or whatever, why is it $500? The thing that I'm holding, my flowers, $500. Bro, listen, that's fucking wild. That's just wild to me. And then not to mention, why is it $10 a person for you to cut a cake? That's like weird. You're weird. $10 a person is crazy as hell. To cut a cake? No, because wedding culture is so out of hand.
Does anyone else agree that tow truck companies are a scam? It's ridiculous to think about how a tow can literally, cost you over anywhere from like $400, $800 or like more. I've been towed a total of four times, and the total cost is around like $2,100. And I know some of you guys are probably thinking like, girl, do you just not know where the fuck to park, right? I mean, honestly, some of those were my mistake. They were accidental parkings, not knowing that it wasn't a guest parking. And so, obviously I paid the cost for it, right? But like now I'm like just thinking, I was like, at this point, I just want to put like a little card on my car saying like, if I'm in your parking by accident, like, please call me. Like, don't tow me. Like all of these have been accidental like towings, and to realize that I've literally lost $2,100, like, it's just crazy to me in the span of like a year and a half, literally. My first tow was like $4 something. Second one was $600. Third one was $540 something. And then this one recent was $430. Like, beef. Right.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's continue the video.
So my car was stolen back in June of 2023. It was never recovered. I haven't heard from the police. I filed a police report. Like, I parked it on the street one night, woke up the next morning, went outside to leave, and my car wasn't there. So I freaked out. I called like all of the towing companies in the area. My car wasn't anywhere to be found. Anyway, long story short, I still don't have a car. It's February of 2024. And I don't really know if I want to get a car because I'm spending less in Ubers right now than I would on a car payment. Cars are so expensive. They depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot. And I don't know, like, I miss having the freedom of just getting up and going. It's kind of a hassle to have to like wait for a Lyft or wait for an Uber. But considering the amount of money that I'm saving, I might just wait until like later this year to get a car. Also, I did not get money from insurance because I only had limited liability because my car was so old. It was like a 2007 Prius, but they appraised it at like $6,500. So you should always get full coverage insurance. Learn from me. Even if you have an old car, you will at least get a couple $1,000s to put a down payment on a new car or just to like have. So that's my story time today. Thanks for joining.
Why is moving so damn expensive? I'm 25 years old. Next month, I'm moving to Austin, Texas. I'm moving there from Las Vegas, Nevada, and my girlfriend's moving from Portland to Austin. And we've looked at the costs, right? We've resorted to just selling all of our things. To get a U-Haul, or don't even talk to me about pods. Those are the things where they like, you put it in a big box and they ship your entire life to wherever they put it in the driveway of your new house. there's like, I own like 3 things, you know, bed, TV, desk. I would have to spend, I looked at the U-Haul, hey, give me a quote. It's like minimum like 2 to 3 grand just to rent the thing. Then I have to pay for gas and probably a stay on my way there because it's a 20-hour drive in a normal car. No way I'm making that in one trip in a, you know, big old U-Haul. How is that? And then you look at the pods, right? The ones that pick it up and drop it off. Those are like 5 or 6 grand for that distance for a 1-bedroom, like 8x8 trailer. There has to be a way to do this whole moving thing in a more affordable way. I mean, I'm just selling all my stuff. I'm like, I'm going to drive my car, my freaking shoes, my guitar, my PlayStation, and that's what's coming with me. I'm going to buy it all when I get there. Ah, man.
Is anybody else absolutely fed up with the constant increase of fucking everything? My phone bill's gone up because things are more expensive now for them to provide us our service. My insurance went up another $30 a month for my car because it's more expensive for them to provide parts if I were to get in an accident. The rents are going up. A fucking Monster Energy drink has doubled in price in the last 2 years just because things cost more. But I, as an employee, cannot go, hey, this is my new rate because everything else is more expensive for me to fucking live. If we're lucky, we get $1 raise in a year. Ooh, an extra $40 a week before taxes. So maybe I see 30. That literally doesn't cost, or that doesn't even cover the cost that fucking gas or groceries have gone up. I'm still going backwards. And then you account for the rent, and then you account for the phone bill, and then you account for insurance. It is bullshit. I think us as employees need to start just going to our employers and going, well, listen, due to cost rising around the world, cost to live, this is my new rate. Take it or leave it. Because if we all do it at once, there's really not a lot they can do. These companies do it to us. I think we should return the fucking favor because what the fuck?
Our rent just went up by a few $100s. Yep. So now we have to split it amongst ourselves. And yeah, and still pay. HOA increase this year as well as our overall housing expenses, stuff like that. It is at the point now where it's kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's actually really annoying. Like, if your income is not increasing, but your expenses are always increasing year after year, it's like, what can you really do?
I went from having 5 figures in my bank account to living paycheck to paycheck. And as a recovering shopaholic, here's some of the things I'm implementing in my day-to-day life to rebuild my finances. I'm tracking every single dollar. Y'all might as well start calling me Julius. Every dollar is going in, every dollar is going out. I need to know where it's going, what it's doing, and how it's adding value to my life. Because if it ain't adding value to my life, then I probably don't need to be spending the money in the first place. Number 2, I had to break up with impulse spending, y'all. I would see it, like it, buy it. Like, it wasn't no in between. I wasn't thinking about the purchase. I wasn't giving it 24 hours to see if I really needed it, if it really added any value to my life. I was just buying stuff because I liked it. So that's one of the things I had to really nip in the bud and just cut out if I wanted to reach my financial goal. Now, another thing that I've been doing is saving aggressively. You want to have some type of savings, some type of emergency fund just for a rainy day, or even if you want to just save for a vacation or to have fun on the weekends. Make sure that you are putting some money up that fits your personal needs and fits your budget. And last thing, friend, just be grateful for where you are now. Don't try to rush the process. Like I said, if you got to start with saving $2, save your $2, okay? But you want to be grateful and be in the present moment. You don't want to compare yourself to nobody that you see on this internet because you don't know what them people's finances look like. Somebody just went to jail for stealing from Target. Look, right now, be grateful for where you are. Give thanks and glory to God. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.
How the heck did I afford being an alcoholic? My name's Heather. I'm a recovering alcoholic and 145 days sober today. You got me wondering how much I spent on alcohol. So I went into my bank account and I went back into May, 2 months before I decided to get sober. And I was appalled. I added up every single Gomer's purchase, which is a liquor store, and a little bit of the ones that I could tell I bought alcohol because it was like at a gas station and there were 2 gas station purchases. So one had to be gas and one was alcohol because that's all I ever bought. I spent $758 in the month of May on alcohol alone. I don't have $758 to be spending on alcohol. Now I'm sober, but we are spending money on alcohol. By we, I mean my husband. He still drinks. And you want to know how much he spent this month? Or last month in November? All of November, he spent $51. I spent $758 on alcohol. He has spent $51. No wonder our savings was dwindling. Thankfully, I wasn't doing this a long period of time, and I did get out of it before it got really bad. But holy moly, I did not realize how bad it was, and that was why I was avoiding looking at our bank account all the time. And I'm just really glad to be out of that. We don't ever pull from savings now. We're putting into savings. We're fixing our finances. We're making more money. Like, I'm just so proud of myself for getting sober, and I forever feel grateful to my husband for staying and working it out with me, because holy moly, I put that man through hell. So how could I afford it? Well, simply, I could not. I pulled from savings, so I couldn't afford it. And now I'm just really grateful to be sober.
What does it mean to hit rock bottom? Like, the feeling of rock bottom hurts. It sucks. But the motivation and the drive to kind of recreate something and get back to a better feeling, that's there. But what if the feeling just overpowers you or consumes you so much that you kind of doubt that you can even get past that rock bottom point? And then that makes me start thinking about, like, I like to call myself an alien, or other people aliens, just meaning like being authentically yourself and finding things that make you happy and wearing the clothes that makes you feel like you are who you are. And it's really hard to be authentically yourself in a world that is always telling you that it's not okay. Or when you have leadership or people around you that don't care. They simply don't care that you want to be yourself. They just think like data and numbers and money, and it's like, look boring, be boring, and make me money. Right? I feel like that's the world we kind of live in. And as more people kind of break out of this type of system and structure, I just start to wonder what happens when a lot of us does it at once.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.